Well, top focus this evening, a sharp political exchange in Andhra after the tragic death of a YSRCP worker who came under the wheels of former Chief Minister Jagan Reddy's vehicle. An FIR has been filed against the former Chief Minister, his driver and other YSRCP leaders after 65-year-old YSRCP worker was crushed to death under the vehicle in a political crowd to welcome Jagan Reddy. Really tragic, Vasudha.
Very tragic incident, Veera, and those pictures there, those visuals there, very disturbing. The YSRCP worker was called Chili Singaya. He was throwing flowers and was amongst the crowds that had gathered to welcome Jagan Reddy, YSRCP head and also former Chief Minister. This was at Rentapala village in Palanadu district. Gruesome to say the least. The video footage shows the man fall under the wheels of the CM's car, former CM's car. And as you can see, the car was completely covered in flowers and this man was crushed to death.
Well, the incident reported on the 18th of June, and initially the police had registered a case of death due to negligence. But after reviewing multiple video footage, they filed a case of culpable homicide not amounting to murder, a serious charge against the former Chief Minister there, Vasudha.
Absolutely, Veera. Sharp political accusations, as the TDP has said that this is not an accident but a hit-and-run case, and that the worker was left to die after being hit. This is what the police have also said. The government has also questioned why norms of permissions for limiting the crowd were also ignored, while YSRCP has said that this issue is being politicized.
యాక్సిడెంట్లో చనిపోవడం జరిగింది. అక్కడ జరిగినది ఏంటంటే ఏపీ 26CE0001 అనే టాటా సఫారీ వెహికల్, అది కాన్వాయ్ వాహనం కాదు, ఒక ప్రైవేట్ వెహికల్. దాంట్లో తగిలి కిందకి పడిపోయారు. దానిపైన వెహికల్ షోల్డర్లో ఎక్కడం జరిగింది. దాని తర్వాత ఆ పర్టికులర్ చెల్లి సింగయ్య అనే వ్యక్తిని సైడ్లో పెట్టడం జరిగింది. ఎవరు కూడా వాళ్ళని మళ్ళీ పట్టించుకోవట్లేదు. తర్వాత మన హైవే పెట్రోల్ పోలీస్ ఏఎస్ఐ రాజశేఖర్ అనే వ్యక్తి 108కి కాల్ చేస్తూ వాళ్ళని అంబులెన్స్లో పెట్టి జీజీహెచ్ గుంటూరుకి తరలించడం జరిగింది.
Well, the realities of Indian political crowds, Vasudha. How many times in several political rallies have we seen a tragedy of this nature? At least for me, is one that's waiting to happen. The way convoys go through, the kind of crowds that go around a politician.
Absolutely, Veera, and there is all political parties are to blame for this. In fact, political leaders themselves should be taking the lead when it comes to limiting the crowd. Joining us for a quick political face-off this evening is TDP's Jyotsna Tirunagari and YSRCP's Bharat Ram. Thank you both of you for joining us on this broadcast. Bharat Ram Mangani, to you first. There is this claim, according to TDP and according to people who have been there, sir, that the former CM did not fulfill his duty when it comes to the accident. He could have stopped the car and ensured that the man, who was hurt very badly could have been taken to the hospital. Did you also feel that should have happened?
Very good evening. Here it is very unfortunate incident taken place. That's a tragic one. But the Honorable, the former Chief Minister is not aware of that accident, firstly. And the second part is there is a misconception with the police report also. And earlier, the police have registered the case against some other person who is not included in the rally with some Tata Safari. And we have clearly seen the statement of the Superintendent of Police. And the police do have no idea about what exactly happened. And after 4 days of the incident, they have come into the picture and now been incidentally they are telecasting some video. And either there were somewhere around thousands of the crowd were completely surrounded by the convoy. And here my question is this not the prerogative of the Jet Plus security protectee to the government should provide the pilot vehicle and as well as the rope party? Once this pilot vehicle and the rope party is been initiated earlier, then this kind of the tragic death wouldn't had happened. But firstly, if any case has to be registered, it has to be registered on the government. Because there's the lapses of the government, they should take the initiative to provide the Jet Plus protectee some kind of that's a prerogative. It's he is entitled to get this kind of security. But why didn't the government didn't provide? That is my first question, basic question. And
let me get an answer to the question you've raised. Let me get an answer to the question you've raised, Bharat Ram. Jyotsna Tirunagari, Bharatram raising a question on A, there has to be cordoning off. It's not new that we have these kind of crowds in Andhra politics. It could happen under anybody's convoy, not just in Andhra, perhaps in other states as well. Your response to the question raised by Bharatram.
Veera, first of all, our sincere condolences to the family, because it's very, very unfortunate. First. Now, second, coming back to the protocol, coming back to the vehicles. Initially, permission was given for 11 plus 3 vehicles only. It was them who have organized some 50 plus vehicles according to the SP itself. The same SP is words whom they are quoting. Now, my question, I cannot even call it a question, because it is major, basic common sense. If somebody is coming under your car's wheels, whether you know it or not, your driver knows it, because he knows whenever somebody comes under the wheels, there is a jerk that you get, Veera. Aren't we aware of it? And in fact, people were stopping the car and they were literally pushing back the car. So obviously, everybody who was inside the car knew that they have hit someone, because immediately after that, that particular person was taken off and he was literally thrown in the bushes next. And coming to the statement by the police that day that, he was in some Tata Safari, he was hit by some Tata Safari. SP yesterday conducted a press meet in which he very clearly said that initially that because he was found in the bushes there was an information to the police that there is a road traffic accident there. And so when they went, they found the person in the bushes. Immediately they called upon, they tried to, move him in the auto, but immediately when they found the 108, they have shifted him in the 108 to the nearest hospital where he was declared drop dead. This was the, sequence of events. Now, my question is, my simple question is, Veera, whenever you have a person who has come under your own car's wheels, and who is your own worker, forget about everything, whether he is a YSRCP supporter or TDP supporter, whichever party he belongs to. He's a human being. He's a human being, for God's sake. He's a human being. You at least immediately check on him and take
Bharatram,
him to the
20-30 seconds for you to respond.
Nearest hospital at least.
Go ahead.
I'm here to, listen, you have talked enough of it. Let me respond and then you can come in. I'm here to challenge and dismantle the false narrative drawn by the TDP spokesperson. Here, when the rope party is available, whoever the people inside the car knows better, or the rope party people outside, the policeman which is available, arranged by the government, who might be knowing better. I still don't understand this kind of false acquisition.
Allegations of the YSRCP not fulfilling the norms, not following the norms of crowd. When the permission was given only for a certain amount of people, why did the YSRCP insist on such a big crowd?
Mr. Bharat, it is not accusations. Isn't it true that the man was under the wheels of your car? Mr. Bharat, isn't it true that the man was under your car?
Why is this restriction for the opposition leader? No, why? Why is this restriction? The government is taking the charges against the former chief minister. Is this
because
not the right of the opposition leader?
I'll tell you. I'll give an answer for that also. I'll give an answer for that also, Mr. Bharat.
Let me complete. Then you can go ahead. Is this not the right of the opposition leader?
Is the opposition party being restricted? Can you answer that?
Why don't you listen to me?
Vasudha, I'm trying to answer. He's not listening. The point is.
No, go ahead.
Then you can come in.
The point is, Veera, they have just applied for permission on a day before, and we had a Prime Minister program coming up. I'm sorry, I'm not bulldozing. I'm sorry,
I'm not bulldozing. Both of you are talking.
You cannot bulldoze like this. Let me come in.
Both of you are talking over each other. Let's just listen to my colleague Uma Sudhir, who's filed this report. We'll try and come back to the two politicians on the panel. Let's just listen to what Uma Sudhir has to say on this entire incident.
June 18 is when this accident happened, when Jagan Reddy was returning after a visit to Palnadu district. On that day, the district SP Satish Kumar said that the accident had involved a private vehicle that was not part of the convoy, and that this happened about 50 meters ahead of Jagan's vehicle. The police also said that they had said that only 3 vehicles are going to be allowed along with the convoy, and 30 to 35 vehicles were actually present, and the number of supporters had also far exceeded the 100 number that they had given. Jagan Reddy has now reacted to all this, saying that the convoy security was the responsibility of the government, and he is questioning why a rope party or a pilot vehicles were not provided, and saying that if the proper security had been provided, Singaya would not have come under the wheels of the car and died in this manner. He is also questioning the delay in the narrative change as well, and questioning whether there are political motives in this entire issue. And he's blaming the Chandrababu Naidu government, saying that they want to stop the opposition leader from meeting people, and that's why the curbs on security. And while he's eligible for Z plus security, they are making it seem like a favor, and he believes that it is the failure of the government to provide security that has led to this kind of an accident.
So, Veera, the YSRCP clearly blaming the TDP government for this, but something that I don't understand is that, of course, the number of people who were present in Jagan Mohan Reddy's crowd was a lot more than that was permitted. And of course, the fact that there have been changing narratives, the fact that there's a person who died under the former CM's car, and that was known after such a long time, and that he didn't even, stop the car, is something that is quite, difficult to believe.
The more important question really, Vasudha, is the kind of political culture that's being that's sort of being propagated in terms of the kind of crowds. It is extremely disturbing.